Hey, what up guys, welcome to another video. In today's video we're going to be installing a backup camera on a E46. This is my baby. I had her for about 12 years now. She's a 04. She's a little dirty right now, but we'll clean her later. But for right now, let me show you what I'm working with. And this is my kit that I got off of eBay. It's just a basic kit. I'm not sure how good of a fitment is going to be, but it comes with a small camera. This should be replacing one of the license plate lights, and then we just got a basic cable that will be connected. I believe this one will be connected to the backup light, and this all is going to be hooked up to my 9-inch Android head unit that I have in there. I'm not sure how good you can see this, but I'll show you in a little bit. Alright, so let's just get it tested and make sure everything works. Alright, let's see what happens when we put it in reverse. The screen goes black and you get nice lines, but there's no camera. So installing this camera will do wonders for this car, because all E46s are pre-wired, and especially having a big 9-inch Android head unit, I will be able to drive in reverse. We might drive in reverse, we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I guess we're gonna start from the back. This is where the camera is gonna be placed. So I'm thinking it should go something like that. So let's get the trunk covering off, and then we'll start there. That was pretty easy. Everything just popped out. So next thing is get these 4 screws out and then remove this trunk trim. I got the trunk molding off, so it's easier to work on. It's literally 4 screws and 1 cable. So I'm thinking I'm gonna be putting the camera on this side. So I'm just gonna pop this guy out and see if this fits or if we need to do any of the trimming. I took this whole thing apart, split this guy from here, and so this is where the camera is gonna go, but it doesn't look like it's just gonna fit. I'm gonna have to trim this lip right here, otherwise it won't fit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and Dremel this thing out and then try it again. So I made a couple of trims. I trimmed this little tab right here, and I trimmed this whole back thing just to make it on a 45-degree angle. And then when this thing goes back on here, I have this foam right here as well. So when it sits in here, it's gonna be like that. And on the back, you can see the little tab that I trimmed right there, and the back part of it. So, and I also bent the OEM light housing that was for the plate. I only bented this tab in order to clear the back of the camera over here. So next thing is I'm just gonna solder these 2 wires to positive and the negative for the license plate, and I'll just run the camera light right through the trim itself, and I'm just gonna reuse the existing hole in the trunk right here. Okay, these 2 wires have been soldered. Now I'm just gonna put everything back together, glue it and tape it, whatever this thing is, foam tape, and I'll put everything back together, including the trim, and I'll put everything back on the trunk, and then we'll run the wires. But this is pretty simple. So basically just solder the positive to positive, negative to negative to existing license plate lights. Camera is installed, and this is how it's gonna look from the back. Not really big fan of it. It's kind of annoying that it's sticking out, but until I figure out how to do something discreet, I'm just gonna keep it for right now. Might paint these LEDs black because I really don't need them. But now fun begins with fishing the wires. Alright, so I ran my wire right through the trunk, through this grommet, and it's gonna be zip tied, or it's gonna be taped up to this, and then it goes back inside here. I couldn't actually pull it through here because that plug is way thicker than the grommet itself. And then it comes down, comes through this hole, goes around the carpet, goes right behind the seat, and down the door jamb right through here. So the next thing for me is to get the glove box off and just run the wire from here up to the head unit. Looks like a big mess, but I got a glove box off, so that way I can run the wire right behind the glove box and right behind the head unit. So now we just gotta connect everything in here. Should be one of these yellows, and also gonna look into the cannabis for a power. Alright, so the rear camera is kind of connected here. I'm using 9-volt battery just to kind of give a little power before we finish. As you can see, it has a power. LED lights are on. So let's see what happens when I put the key in. It's in reverse already. Woo! It works. Alright, we'll just finish installing and probably delete one of these lines. Alright, now that everything is connected in the dash, we're gonna come over here and we're gonna connect this power line to the reverse light, which is gonna be right here. So I think the blue and yellow is gonna be a positive, so all we have to do is solder the red one to the blue and yellow, and then do the black one and red to the brown one, and then put everything back together, and we should have 12 volts in the back to the camera. All right, let's get it done. Alright, I soldered the connectors and it's literally looks like this. Let's see if I can get some light. Like OEM. Let me just put everything back together and we're good to go. Alright, everything is put back together. The car is in reverse. The camera lights are on. Let's see inside. And bam, we have a picture. I have double lines. I'm just gonna have to eliminate one of them in the system. But so far, it looks decent. It's alright. The quality is not the best, but whatever. She's all done and she looks good. And if you guys like what you're seeing, give me the thumbs up and subscribe for more, and I'm gonna have more videos on this car pretty soon. A couple more mods too.